So you guys are never going to believe this. I started the stream in OBS. But I didn't hit live. I was actually on time. Now I'm 25 minutes late. I've been sitting here talking to myself about the Kshatriya. It's too bad I hadn't recorded it. Well, I mean the Dominator. Anyhow, if you're just tuning in, thank you. I apologize for being so late. I'm apparently not the brightest crayon in the drawer. Strangely, I really have been... Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, stop it. Let go. I don't know what that was all about. Now you're where you're not supposed to be. Okay, I can live with that. There. That's better. I don't know, that might make everything glitch on me. Things like that tend to upset my graphics card. Though I have figured out I can launch OBS from GeForce, and that seems to have gotten rid of a few bugs. Anyhow. Yeah, I sat here talking to myself for 25 minutes thinking that I was live, and I was not. I just thought I was very unpopular. Anyhow, we've gotten to the last page, I believe, before we start building the arms, which is thrusters and some trim pieces in the grappling arm. And then we get to the mounting the arms, and frame's done. That'll be finished up. I got about 40 hours in it so far, I think. I'm estimating by the stream times, which is kind of a cool way of tracking it. I think by the time the armor was done, if you were just snap building and not doing any painting at all, it's a good 40-50 hour kit. Might be able to do it faster speed building. But I'll quit babbling and we'll start building. Alright, so, wow. Starts off with the gold pieces. I like that. These are some of the nicest coatings I've ever seen, and I'm afraid I... Crap already. Hold on, I will be right back. I have to go wash my hands. I got crap all over from cleaning up the hot chocolate. Oh, yeah, you weren't here for that because I wasn't live. Anyhow, 2 seconds. Here I am talking again with my mic muted. I hope I have a decent gold to touch up some where these nubs cut off. Although I have noticed most of them, once you mount them, they're almost like underneath the part. You don't ever see the gate. Fun build. Really is. Sorry, I'm not even holding that in the screen. I guess I could move this, it might help. Maybe focus the camera on where my hands actually are. That's a little better. Am I back? Is this thing working? Did the camera die? Maybe it is this battery. So, I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the stream, but I had mentioned that I think one of my camera batteries is bad. I think it may cause a glitch that kills my computer. I apologize for killing the stream. It's very frustrating. Let me fix this. I am such an amateur. Okay. That's the same. I think we're okay there. Well, hello, if you're here. I apologize. Let me see if I can get the camera back on. Boom. Is everything working? Is my chat working? I know how to find that out. Oh, music. Where's the music? Allow me to fix that. There we go. Hi, Ricardo. Man, you know what? I was sitting there trying to think of characters, and I had a whole different list of them in my head when I thought of that. And then I kind of typed it in a rush before the stream, and I'm like, what are some of the other characters I should throw on this? And all of the ones I thought of before, just totally, I drew a blank on. Dozel was, in fact, one of them. Maybe I should start it over. What are the results? I do think Rambo Ross should have lived. I think he was just a good soldier that was forced to do bad things that he didn't necessarily agree with, and it made him bitter at the end. Or at least, that's kind of my take on Rambo. Dolza should have been in there, though. Or Dozel. I'm sorry. I always want to call Dazzle Dolza because I'm also a Robotech fan. I do know the difference. But I talk out my ass sometimes, admittedly. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see my chat works. And the stream's working okay. I actually crashed just a second ago and had to reboot. Not the stream, but the computer. And I think it's because I got a bad battery for this camera here. Speaking of, I should probably lock this in so it's not quite so bright. I feel like I dropped a piece when I did that. I heard something. I guess we'll find out in time. He did care about his soldiers too. I agree with you on that front. Shar is an interesting one when it comes to caring about his soldiers. There's places in the timeline where I really feel like he cares about his men and his comrades, especially like, I mean, I guess it's Quattro, but, you know, we all know it's Shar. Through Zeta. But then there's other times where I feel like he's just manipulating them to suit his own ends. Always torn about that guy. I had a long day. The materials didn't arrive until 9 a.m. Oh man, I'm sorry. I have experienced that myself. And then most of the time you probably have to help to unload them just because you want to get it done and get on with it. I do feel your pain there. That's kind of like this thumbnail. I know this thumbnail probably looks weird to you guys, but the reality of it is I don't know, about 10 years ago, I fired a 16 gauge nail through board and it glanced out and went through that thumb and like stopped at the back of the nail. And it's been that way ever since. It'll grow out and then that little streak just appears again under the nail. Anyway, I do feel your pain. I hope it wasn't too long of a day. I myself am actually... I just got done filling out a bunch of intake paperwork for new construction gig I've been going to be starting. Typically I install cabinetry and doors and such, but this is more of a rent-to-hire kind of thing. We'll see how it goes. What do you do? You sound as though you're in the trades. We want W10 and L4. L1 4. W's. W1 or W2? W1. Oh, don't stick to the other runner. Stop that. Why do I have 3 of them? Oh, I have 4 of them. I guess we want that other runner. Oh, come here. Let me set these over here so they're not quite so in the way. That is 10, right? Yeah. Yes, it is. Oh, sorry I smacked a camera. That's an empty runner. I really am actually slowly running out of runners. I wonder if all of these will actually just be empty when I'm done with the inner frame. It does seem like the only thing left in the box is actually the base, which is quite cool. That in and of itself seems a little involved. And actually the base has a lot of decals. I was impressed. But yeah, it seems like it's all armor and a couple of the clear parts and basically the base. I don't know if you guys have seen the decal sheet for this, but it's almost the size of the mat I'm working on. Basically like legal size paper. We managed to get the subfloor for the second floor up. I do assembly framing. Ah. That is labor-intensive work, my friend. I can do framing. I'm not very good at it, though. Good framers will run circles around me because I'm trying to cut things like just way too tight and close. I'm too detail-oriented. I'm a very, very slow framer. I do good framing, but yeah. That is tough work. Hats off to you, my friend. I kind of have the utmost respect for all trades at this point in life. I don't want to get into too much deep stuff, but I think the housing industry for what trades are paid has been greatly suppressed wage-wise. Can you name one housing company? Dell, D.R. Horton, Salcedo Homes, GM Hunt. Most of the stuff that I've done is usually real high-end stuff. And I'm in the Southwest. Marilat. Most of the contractors I've actually worked for are like smaller spec home contractors. I haven't done a lot of tracks per se. A little bit here and there. A lot of remodels in track homes. And very little commercial. Some here and there. I put cabinets in one of the Optima buildings. I don't know if you know who they are. They build high rises all, I think, kind of around the country, actually. Oh, I dropped my phone. Sorry if that was loud. 100 points. Well, I hope that's for my knowledge of housing. I've been I started in cabinet manufacturing in 1999. And kind of went out into the field in the early 2000s because I got tired of sitting at a desk. Well, and the desk job came from working on the floor building the cabinets, but I decided desks are not as much fun. Although now that I'm getting older, I enjoy it more. I would actually like to get more into layout and design and marketing. Kind of what I'm trying to make a little bit of a career pivot, actually. Not so much with the YouTubes. This is just fun. Did I cut all of those? How many of those are there? I feel like I skipped a runner. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, I got them all. I should probably file these, but I feel like if I try to do it and hold them, it's not going to work out really well. Let me get a different stick. Stick. Come here, stick. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, there we go. You know what? Nah, I won't be able to do that. That's just getting silly. I guess that's kind of actually where my love of Gunpla comes from, is I've always built things. I had tons of Legos when I was a kid. I took part in a lot of... Wow, that's like super low. I need to fix that. Whoa, too much. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. That's a little better. Alright. Anyway. But, yeah, I mean, I've been kind of building stuff my whole life. My pa was an aircraft mechanic, and I grew up hanging out at airports. Like, literally, you know, he'd be working on the weekends, and I'd be crawling around a DC-3. So the mechanical part's kind of always been there. The dream job as a child was to either be an astronaut, a pilot, or build spaceships, truth be told. And I guess the construction just came as that was the practical route. Yesterday, I finally found the red action base that came with the P. Bandai Testament Gundam. I'm using it for the MG Justice. Ooh, that's a good call. Because the Justice is red, right? Or is it just red trim? I get the Seed suits confused. That is a Seed suit, right? Not a wingsuit. I've only seen Seed once, mind you. And I probably need to go watch a few of those episodes again, because I tend to watch anime in the middle of the night and fall asleep to it. I find it comforting. I don't know. Throwback to my childhood, I guess. I'm a freak like that. The Testament's a nice kit too, isn't it? Like, I feel like it's almost pinkest. Is that what you meant to type? If so, it makes me laugh. Thank you. It's been a long day for me too. I kind of needed a giggle. You know, it's funny, I have a Yaojiland resin kit for the Zaku 2.0 that I haven't started yet. I want to paint my Grunt Zaku first. That one's built. But I'm kind of torn when I do paint it, if I should paint it with like the classic, you know, like pink colors of the original, or go with more like the origin color scheme. Or maybe a little bit of a mix. I almost broke one of the horns. Yeah, you know, I almost did that to this thing the other day. I was messing with it, trying to get something to align, and I almost dropped it and like totally just ripped that off. Yeah, I don't know if you've been here in a minute. Have you seen our progress? I almost. You know, it's awesome when you got to zoom out because the kit's too big. But yeah, we're getting there. I think I've shown you all the lights and stuff. I'd expander, but I've already almost had a few mishaps. Shields are all done. The lights are actually pretty cool. Well, thank you. I can't take credit for that, dude. All I did was really assemble it. I mean, the design that Axis did with this thing is just absolutely amazing. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm totally blown away by it, dude. Like, I don't know if this... Yeah, so it does... The lights do work. Unfortunately, I need to get batteries. The thing takes 10 batteries. It kind of comes on and off when I turn it on, but I think they're dead. Oh yeah, this expands too. And this retracts. Like, I mean, so many gimmicks. And I was looking ahead in the instructions, and like, there are so many more hatches to be found as you put the armor on. It's kind of amazing. I don't know if I should file on these. I'm so reluctant on these gold parts because it really does take them down to the plastic. But I don't want a fitment issue. Have you done a lot of kits with coatings? Any experience with that? This is actually my first. Like, I don't have a single kit that has any coating pieces outside of doing this one now. Like, I actually really want to build a master grade Hayakashiki. Funny thing about that, I don't know if you've seen the P Bandai one. where it has clear parts, but they're not clear. The gold is just on the back side of the clear instead of the front side. And I didn't realize what that kit was. I ran into it at a consignment store that I go to. I had the chance to buy it, but I didn't realize it was that particular Hayakishiki. I just thought it was a clear-coated one. You know, regular clear. And I kind of regret not scooping that one up. Oh, don't break the glass file on the nippers, please. Yeah, I'm trying to just hit these real super light. I mean, just enough to get any highs, not take any extra off. I bet it's not seen though. I could probably go to town on this, and I mean, so far with all of these, with the exception of a couple of the outer armor parts, anything that I have filed that exposes the plastic, you don't see it once you mount it. They were smart about that. This really makes me want to get my hands on the Solomon GPO2, because I think it's by the kind of the same group of guys. Not 100% on that. That's actually one of the things I may start including in the streams is I may start kind of like, you know, I don't want to say weekly, but at least monthly, you know, kind of going over like new releases from, you know, just not necessarily even Gunpla, but some of the Plamo kits and stuff out there. 'Cause I'd like to get my hands on some Macross stuff and some things like that. I love me my Gundam, but I like a lot of other anime too. And generally most of it's mecha based. I'm thinking of assembling the Sananju bust that I bought a few years ago. But knowing my cat, that's actually a really cool bust. I have yet to pick up any busts. There's a few of them I'd like to have though. In particular, I think it was the new Gundam bust. One of the new Gundam busts that came out. I recently saw a video of somebody that did a Gundam head. Matter of fact, I think it was Mecha Gaitsu. I think he just did a video on a kind of a hard to get Gundam head, and I think it has to be assembled. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing because I was kind of like waiting in line at some place and had to go in. Haven't gone back to it yet. Oh, that's my key light. I use that to try to keep the shadows out from under my hands so you guys can see better. I actually need to incorporate a couple more of those. Alright, L. Come here, L. What is your cat's name? She sounds like a feisty feline. You know what? I did misplace the W runner. Is this... Why did you do that? I only have 3 over there that are empty. We'll come back to that. Maybe I cut it and set it down already. Well, there's 8 there. We got them all. I can still count. I had to negotiate with the dealer, got it for $200. That's not bad, because they are quite pricey, I believe. Dude, it's funny. I mean, it's... You know, real grades and high grades aren't bad. But you start getting into master grades and some of the the rare stuff and some of the third-party kits and resin kits, and you know, throwing metal etched parts on, buying decal sheets, paints, tools. It does add up quickly. I've actually been building now for about 4 years, and well, it's been longer than that. It's been more like 6 or 7. And slowly accumulated a lot of stuff. But you know, there was a lot of it where it was like, well, I'm gonna eat cheap lunches this week because I want these nippers. Kind of argument with yourself, you know? And I'm trying to avoid becoming more of a collector than a builder. Although I will say I've given quite a few kits away to friends of mine because I enjoy the hobby so much, and I think they might. You know, that's a nice feeling, being able to give somebody a kit. The BN Strike Freedom head. I'm a seed boy, but not that crazy. No, I get it. I get it. The funny thing is I'm kind of getting more into seed. You know, like I said, I actually waited to delve into the series till they came out with that last movie. And I'll be honest, I really liked pretty much the whole series. There were some parts where it was kind of like plot armor-ish, you know? But it's anime, what do you expect? And the movie, I kind of felt was like a little rushed, and they didn't quite know where they were going with it, but were just trying to wrap it up to some degree. Like, great scenes in it, but yeah, I kind of dug Seed a lot more than I thought I would, and I do plan to go back and rewatch it. And now that I've actually watched it, there's a few of the kits I'd like to get, but I have to build some of these first. Right now, if I have any more kits, I wouldn't know where to put them, and at that, some of my builds I'd probably have to start getting rid of at some point, just for lack of space. I'm kind of dreading what I'm going to do with this thing when I get finished with it. I mean, I guess I'm going to get it its own box. Probably a little out of focus, ain't I? Your cat, her name is Flower. I'm assuming you're referring to your cat. She's going to be 10 years old in June. Nice. I have not had a cat in a long time. I have 2 dogs right now. I had a few cats growing up as a kid. And I do like cats. Inside cat, outside cat. And I like her name, Flower. It's actually a good name for a cat. Makes me think of that scene in Bambi, where Flower says, "You can call me a flower if you want to." Strange how that stuck out in my mind. I actually haven't seen that movie since I was like 6 years old. But I guess it is kind of an iconic scene, isn't it? You know, another series I'd like to get into that I've seen parts of it. I think I watched about half of the first season and then changed my streaming service and kind of diverted to a whole bunch of other things that I just was dying to see. This still looks way overexposed. I'm sorry. This camera sucks. That's a little better. Alright, so we want this. Dude, I love this detail. I'll try to zoom in as I assemble these. Give you guys a little better view of it. Only problem with that is sometimes I move my hands out of the frame. If I do, yell at me. There we go. I finally saw the Red Siegfried movie on YouTube. It was rushed. It was rushed, it felt. I can't even explain it. That's how I felt. No, I mean, I liked it. Visually, it was good. Story-wise, it was good, but it felt rushed, and I felt like there was a little, I don't know, incoherency to everything I saw in the series. Like, towards the end there. Like, it just, I don't understand the direction they went with it. You know, I think I have to do the centerpiece first, or I have a feeling that puts tension. Come here. You know we're gonna make this easy. Where's my other stick? This has no tip. I had another stick. But yeah, it was good. That's not really any good either. What if I go this way with it? That's gonna push it. Alright, let's try this. That. And then go like that. It flipped. Not supposed to come through the bottom, is it? No. There. Simple alignment. I'm out of focus again. Still out of focus. That's better. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably watch it again. I wonder if they're going to add more to it. Maybe it was just that it kind of felt like it didn't have an end. Seeing the destruction of the Archangel brought me to tears. You know, actually, it's funny. They're all through Seed, and you know, I hope everybody out there is doing okay. It's been a rough year, I think, for a lot of people. There was a couple scenes in it throughout the series when I watched it, and like I said, this wasn't too long ago for me. That, I mean, I don't know why, they just kind of hit me, and I'm like sitting there. I was glad I was by myself. I'm like, why am I tearing up to a cartoon? There was a few scenes like that throughout Seed, and I can't explain what it was either. I hope that doesn't make me you know, I lose points for that. But there really was a couple scenes in Seed that kind of just choked me up. Oh no, I forgot to put it on repeat and shuffle. That's better. Align properly. I wonder if I still have a gate on here that's fighting with me. Nope. Strangely, another one that I've only watched a portion of is Double O. I watched the first season and tried to watch the second season, and I don't know why, I just lost interest in it. I can't say it was bad. Maybe it was just, again, there might have been other stuff on that I found more. I wanted to watch more. But I would like to revisit IBO. And admittedly, as a Gundam fan from the new US no less, I have never actually watched Seed. I have tried a couple times, and I can't get past the first episode. Well, actually, I've taken it as far as, like, I think 3 episodes in. And I don't know what it is about it that doesn't appeal to me. I don't have any complaints on it. It's good. I have the 1/1700 scale of the Archangel. Yeah, I remember. I wouldn't mind having that, and I also wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of the Argamas. Different universes, I know, but still ships. Tell you another one I'd like to have. I really want to build an Arcadia from Captain Harlock. I actually picked up something the other night, now that you mention it. I'll zoom out for this briefly. What's up, Pinner? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Glad you could stop in. Chat's working this time. Although I did crash into the stream, and I was 25 minutes late to my own stream because I started it and I never hit go live with YouTube. Started up all the other apps in OBS, and I sat here talking to myself for like 25 minutes before I realized I wasn't even on. So, yeah, Ricardo. V26, welcome. Oh, he's referring to Pinner. Thank you for greeting him, Ricardo. It's very polite of you. I love that. Anyway, yeah, I picked up this. I think it's 1/1200 scale. They had a white base too, but the white base was $60. I may have shown this to you already. I don't know. There's not much to it. It's like 2 runners. Camera glare's terrible. I think it'll be a fun paint though. I kind of want to practice a little brushing, weathering, small details. I need to get better at the miniatures. Anyhow, let me go back down to business here. They are nice. I like the, I think there's lights that back these. Actually, I'm almost positive. They go on these clear, like, dishes that are on the side of the shields. So, Pinner, how you doing today, buddy? I don't know if you popped in my stream earlier today. I had a few people that maybe my chat wasn't working, although I think it was. Someone said hi. But I had a few people that were just hanging out. You might have been. We'll go right there. All right, let's put these bad boys together. Nice. Particle beams go boom. Those are particle beams on the Ksatria right there, right? They're not thrusters. Oh! 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 Desk diving is what I like to do. I like desk diving with you. Yeah, I just did that, Pinner. You know what I'm talking about. Ricardo and I were just discussing ships. He was telling me he has the 1/1700 Archangel. You could probably read the chat and see that. I'm being redundant. curious, which one was the one that lit up? Yep, those light up. Batteries are dead, but... Oh, dude. Okay, now that's just red. I need to get some juice. I will try to remember to pick up some batteries when I am out and about tomorrow. Keep forgetting. I can't be so heavy-handed with it. Gentle. Just send it home. Got its bags packed. Just needs a ride to the airport. I'm just full of bad quotes today, and I think we might actually get as far as getting these mounted. I don't know what I'm in store for with the grappling hook, but it's only a few panels. If these next couple thrusters don't take terribly long, I think I can get the grappling hook done. And I'm not sure there's a ton to the arms. Or is it an armature? I feel like this one's not seated. Oh, well now it's not. Wrong way. So Ricardo, do you have a what other builders do you follow? I wonder if we follow any of the same. Because I do watch other builders. I really do actually kind of... I fell in love with this hobby. I don't know why. B. No. Why? Yes, why? Oh, we're to the shot glass thrusters. Why am I missing more than several of them? That's worrisome. Here's one. Ah, here's the other. I think there's only 8. I also have the hanger deck of the Archangel. It wasn't easy to get one. The pre-order was sold out. Yeah, that was another one again. Not so much for me, the Archangel, but I wanted the Artemis hanger deck. Problem I have with the Artemis hanger deck that they make. Are you talking the 144 scale one for the Archangel? Because that's I wish somebody would make a 1/100 scale. And I've thought about trying to fab one. Just because most of the kits I do are master grades. I could get into real grades, but the parts are so small. So small. But yeah, I would love to get my hands on a 1/100 scale hanger deck. I do have a hanger base that I've put together. You might see it in a couple of my other videos. You know, I use it for shots sometimes. I need to paint it. And I actually think painting it is something that's going to be a live stream thing. I think I'll throw a base coat on, you know, off camera. And then do the decaling and decals on stream. And, you know, honestly, I'm a little torn on how to configure it. So I may let you guys kind of weigh in on that. You might be able to help me with that because, you know, it's got a lot of options, but it's like, which way do I really want to go with this? Is that Is that sprue or is that a part? It's sprue. I saw a VTuber assembling the RG Telegisi last night. I forgot the channel. Actually, I think I've watched some of that. Who was doing that? I've watched so many builds here in the last couple days. Who was doing that Telegisi? I don't want to say it was Alien Ashford. Actually, no. I think it was is it EA Gunpla? It was on USA Gundam's live stream. He was building that. I think. I could be wrong about that. I try to kind of pay attention to what other builders are doing. I've learned a lot from watching other builders and what they do, especially on the painting front. Yes, it was the 144 scale. You're talking about the Archangel there. Although I think that Telegisi was too. I could be wrong on that. That might have been a master grade. Oh, I skipped a step. I skipped several steps. We're not here yet. Let me stack up the shot glasses. Oh, those don't stack. Let's not do that. We'll mess up the coatings. Okay. Let me get those out of the way. We can't do those yet. I need all of these little parts. And I can't see the whole panel. I hate doing this to my manuals. I really try to keep my boxes and manuals like nice. This one's just too thick. Can't be done. I feel bad for it. But I've actually dropped it and kind of beat the crap out of it, truth be told. Otaka Builder is one of them. I like listening to the music he plays. Yeah, mine kind of sucks. It's actually just the canned stuff I can get from YouTube. Though I'm probably going to start streaming on Twitch here really soon. I got to kind of get it set up. I wanted to do one thing at a time. I'm new to this. But I'm probably going to set up with Twitch soon. And I'm exploring other venues. I have a whole library of licensed music that I can use, but unfortunately YouTube still nails me for it, and then I gotta wait. And with the live streams, I just don't want them nailing every VOD that turns into video after the stream. So I use their stuff that's like totally safe. I should probably add some to it. What do you like to listen to? Give me some genres and stuff. There's a few of them I kind of stayed away from just because I didn't want to make it hard to hear me. But I could definitely add more to the playlist. That's actually one reason I kind of waited. I threw some in there to kind of keep things going, but I was hoping in time I would hear from you guys what you'd like to hear. I mean, truthfully, I'd like to just throw on Spotify and forget about it, but unfortunately, you can't get away with that with YouTube. Although, there is a process through this editing software that I use that I might be able to get, like, I guess it's called whitelisted for one of the distributors on that I think I can submit. I try to take care of my manuals. Unfortunately, some of them get molded. Yeah, I've actually even spilt paint on some of mine. Bear Guy's manual stayed pretty well intact, but that was such an easy, short build. I didn't handle it a lot. This one, I've beat the crap out of it. Dynamez, when I built him, it took so long. My Zaku and my new Gundam manuals are in pretty good shape, as well as my gun cannon. But they were easy builds, and that's most of the stuff's just still in the box. And I was ginger with a lot of it, because I do try to take care of it. That's kind of like even the boxes. That's what do you do with them? But I have a hard time getting rid of them. It's part of the kit. In fact, actually, what I'd like to do in time is take my boxes, make foam cutouts for the finished model. I don't know why I'm drawing a total blank on the word I need right there, but make cutouts for them, and then, if they're not on display, they could go in the box, and they got a little, foam bed. Holds them nice and snug. Kind of similar to how the plastic is with metal builds, but out of foam. I've seen other builders do that when they ship for commission builds and stuff. Oh, I got all distracted. Some L's. Get some L pipe going. I wonder if Pinner's still here. He popped in and waved. He might have bounced out. I will soon have software that will autofocus this camera. Can't hear my audio. Music or vocal? Let me turn up the gain a little bit. How's that? Is that a little better? Yeah. Does that help? Perhaps? Might have overpowered it. Or is it the music? I can turn the music up a little bit too, I think. Sometimes when I start messing with the audio, it literally kills the stream. I don't know why. If it does, I promise I'll be back, and I hope that's better. Let me know if it isn't. It looks like it's working on my end, looking at my monitoring stuff. I can hear it in my headphones when I crank it up. So I try to keep that a little low. I can hear the music, I can't hear my voice so much. And that's just a mixing issue I can't figure out. It doesn't come out the same way on your side as it is mine for some reason. I hope it's working, Adriano. Let me know if it's not. Ricardo can hear me. Are you sure you don't have me on mute? So what I've been told from a few people I've asked to, check on this kind of thing for me, is some of it is what device you're watching it on. I've been told I'm incredibly loud with earbuds. I sound decent on a phone, okay on a computer, and on TVs it's terrible. So if you're here, sound off if you can hear me decent. Please let me know. I'll try to make other adjustments if I can. I really do kind of... My goal is that when you're hanging out, you enjoy it and everything works well. Unlike my camera focus. There we go. I don't know if I need to file this, but I'm going to. The few things I thought I haven't had to file, when I go to put them on, sure enough, they encroach on something. So Pinner, I got about 40 hours in this thing, man. So far. I mean, for me, it's gone fast. You know, in real lifetime. Recording it, though, it's literally been a 40-hour build so far. I hear you now, but I increased my volume level to 78. Yeah, I actually have it set on mine to where... So what I'm aiming for when I do it is if you're listening to it full blast, like let's say driving in a car with your windows down, as some people do, myself, you can kind of hear it. If you're sitting on a couch at home, you can put it on like 2/3 to 3/4, and it's coming through pretty good. And then if you need to be quiet, you might be able to hear it on 1/4, but you might want to turn subtitles on. Although we don't have those for the stream. Most of my videos are subtitled, though. A couple of them in multiple languages. I need to work on the 2 newest ones. And I intend to do that. Don't forget to stand up and stretch. Hey, you know what's funny is I need to. And so I just discovered my chair. I don't know how this happened, but part of the reason it's so noisy is the metal bracket underneath the cushion has broken at the weld. And it has suddenly become so incredibly uncomfortable. But yeah, you're right. I do need to stand up. Thank you, Ricardo. I had to pull my britches up too. I've been wiggling in the chair and slowly making my butt eat them. Probably too much info. I don't know. I'm getting comfortable. Starting to get honest. 99 S22. Did I get L19? So there's 2 of those for each one. Did I cut all of them? I think so. Oh, I have a bag of extra parts here somewhere. I think there's 1 or 2 in there. Nope. Those weren't where I remember putting them last. I about had a panic attack thinking I threw that bag away. It's funny, when I'm building a kit, I will not take the garbage out in this room until it's totally and completely finished. Oh, I think this is going to clear this runner out. So S22. Yeah, thank you, Ricardo. That stretch felt great. Here in a minute, I'll go grab some water. I want to get these thrusters on, though. Like, it's funny when... I don't know if you guys do this or not, but when I am building, like, there are so many times where I'm sitting here going, oh, I need some food, but I'm almost done with this. And then I kind of, it's almost like playing a video game where it's like, oh, I'm just going to finish this level. And then you finish that level and there's some hook that they throw at you that now you're going to keep playing more. And there's been a few kits that were like that. Oh, dude, New Gundam was that way for me. For sure. I'm hoping none of these bounce. Trying to use the runner to block it if it does. How many of those am I supposed to have, though? Okay, so there's 2 on each one. 4 of those, 8 of those. I guess that's where we are. These definitely need some cleaning, though. I can feel that. I think I need to clean my file first. I would like to get the camera set up to the point that at least when I'm recording like the videos, you know, the long form ones, I can actually get shots of like the dust falling off of the file. You know, some cinematic build shots. Get in real close, try to make it look epic. Oh no. Desk diving is what I like to do. I like desk diving with you. You know, I would almost record that so I could just play it every time I drop a part. But I might get sued by Sublime for it. So, like this. I don't think there's any sense of direction to them. I don't see any notices, though I can't see part of that instruction book. I will say I was really kind of intimidated by starting the shields. I almost decided to pause for a minute. I'm glad I didn't. They actually really haven't been that bad. Just the quadruplicate part of it kind of scared me, but they went together surprisingly quick. About the only thing I really got hung up on was, and you could probably go back and watch either, I think it was today's stream, where I just struggled a lot with the, so, like that. See, something's not right about this. I think this is supposed to sit flat, because those don't connect. And I'm not going to take it apart right now to find out, but I think I've messed up there. I don't think the armor would go on if I tried to do this right now. This is supposed to be fully seated. I'm gonna have to go back and explore that. I'll do it off stream though, and tell you guys how it went. Mainly because if I break it, I don't want you guys to see me cry. Oh, I smacked that. Sorry. Yeah, that right there is supposed to be flush. I don't know what's keeping that from going all the way. I have to do all of this to get to that though. That was like the first step, and I questioned it every step of the way. In fact, I took it apart several times and messed with every single one of them trying to get them to sit better. I will leave it for now because I'm going to take it apart to paint it. And I'm not painting all of it. I've decided I'm going to paint probably this color, and probably this color. And then I'll brush work it out. But yeah. All right. Let me get the rest of these thrusters out. We want T2. You're clear. These green ones? T2 green? Are green. I'm really hoping I can get an LED in the beam saber. I'll get this runner out of the way because it makes the camera ugly. I'm sorry. Yeah, there is no LEDs in the beam saber as of yet, but I'm hoping for the size of the hands when I assemble the saber itself that the parts will be big enough that maybe there's a cavity I might be able to get a small battery into. And if not, I have kind of a backup idea that I might do one of the hands to make a contact point so I can hide it somewhere else, because there's plenty of room there. So Ricardo, when you do build, like, how long are your sessions usually? I find that after, I mean, I've had some really long sessions, but I find that after about 3 hours, my brain starts to work, and I gotta walk away for at least like a half an hour. How about you, Rays? I already know Pinner doesn't build much. He's our local zombie killer. Occasionally you might find him spreading democracy. I don't know why I'm filing on that. That's a cutter. Maybe that's a filer. I will say I love how you can actually polish clear parts back to shiny with a glass file. I might be filing a... Oh no. I think I'm filing away a notch I'm supposed to leave. Nope. That was just an indicator mark. I did that old guy monocle thing again. Sorry. I should have cut that one. For the amount of time I spent doing that. If I start to build, I won't stop until I finish. Yeah, I've only had a couple kits that I could even maybe attempt to do that. There really is a point though. I think my longest build session was as I was doing the Zaku. And like I went pretty hard on the inner frame of that. I don't remember how long it took me, but by the time I think I stopped just no, actually I pushed through the inner frame on that. And then I let it sit for a couple months before applying the armor. But yeah, by the time I got to the, you know, the last bits of it, I was spent. Like, it was really... I'll actually never forget it, because it was the first time doing this where I was like, oh man, I just want to get through this. Like, I'm too close to the end to put it away, but I just want to get through this. And I'm glad I pushed. At some point, I kind of want to pick a kit and do like a marathon build stream with it. Right now, I'm trying to get a little bit of the technical stuff worked out to where I can do that and trust that I'm not going to have a crash or something. You know, I think my modem gets hot right now after too long. Makes me lose signal with OBS, and it just causes a cascade. Though I am going to call the cable company and request a new modem. What was your longest build, Ricardo? Like, longest session ever recorded. That one's pretty clean. I can nip that one. Go from this way. Get it cleaner. Almost nothing. On 5 different occasions, I did all-nighters. One was the MG Justice back in 2014 or 15. I will say I do enjoy building in the middle of the night. There's something really cool about having a really nice build session, and then just, you know, when you get done, it's almost time for the sun come out, the world's quiet, you can go outside, touch some grass. I don't know, there's a serenity to it. I'm one side effect of streaming that I'm discovering is it's really cool to make, like, I feel like I know a few people that actually build Gunpla now, whereas before starting to stream, I knew nobody that built Gunpla. Nobody. I mean, and maybe not necessarily very personally, but at least, like, you know, I don't know, online acquaintances are still acquaintances to some degree, and it's nice to know that there are so many builders out there. It really is. I was just mentioning that to Plamobomb earlier when I was visiting the build of his lizard earlier today. All right. Okay, so let's do this step first to clean up the desk a little bit, make some space, because we're gonna have to cut a whole bunch more stuff. And these need to be in their pegs. I don't know if you guys can see that. I guess I need to zoom back in again. Let's find a happy medium. How about right there? Is that a good spot for you guys? If it's not, let me know. I'm trying to let you see what I'm doing too, but at the same time, keep the refocusing the camera to a minimum. Yeah, and Ricardo, on the music thing, maybe when the stream turns into a VOD or something, or even towards the end of the stream, just at the end of the chat line, and this goes for anybody in the room, throw some music stuff that you guys like. Just if anything, throw out some band names, and I'll try to find stuff off of YouTube's library that's, you know, at least in those genres. I'm just reluctant to get stuff that's, you know, too loud or whatever to, you know, I don't want to distract from the build or make it to where you guys can't hear me. I don't want to create too much chaos. But I like all kinds of music. I didn't really pick this as a preference for myself. It just seemed like it went well with a stream build. Or a build stream. Said that backwards. I feel like this isn't seating. There we go. I completed the Justice on July 4th at 6:30. I closed my eyes for a moment, and when I woke up, it was 1:30 in the afternoon. I can see it takes a lot more mental energy than what you realize as you're doing it. I mean, it's really fun as you're doing it, but I mean, it is, there is a mental, I don't know, there's a mental load required to do it, a cognitive load that, you know, between the looking at the small parts, reading the manuals, you know, putting 2 and 2 together for the stuff that, because the drawings are black and white, it's kind of hard to visualize what they're really drawing. The occasional backtracking mistake and trying not to break anything backtracking. There's a definite cognitive taxation on building Gunpla, for sure. It's funny, when I look at commissioned builds, when I first got into the hobby, I would, you know, peruse commission builds on eBay and you know, things like that. And I was kind of blown away at first. We want more clear parts. I hope I muted that in time. Anyway, but yeah, I was blown away by, and not just in the Gunpla realm, but just what modelers actually, you know, at least the ones of any reputation that I would run across, you know, would have reviews and stuff. I was kind of blown away by what they charge for them. And then after building a couple of them, I realized that it's like, it's time and it's talent. There's a lot of really, really talented builders out there, especially when you start looking at paint and resin and customization. The third-party kits, design-wise, are starting to get just absolutely insane, and I think a lot of those guys may be the same people that were originally doing, like, you know, the garage kits and stuff 20 years ago. I don't know any of them, you know, in particular, but it's a definite talent and a definite skill, and I don't know that every human has the patience for building a kit like this. I mean, truthfully, I started doing it, and I kind of wonder if I'm not maybe a little on a spectrum, because it appeals to me so much, which is fine. Just something I realized about myself very late in life. You know, I find painting and building, snap building, just totally, like, relaxes my brain. These grinding runners look so terrible in camera. Who was I watching last night that was building with a purple mat? I would have to go look through my history. But I was watching a builder last night. She had one of the cheap purple mats on Amazon. And I think I'm gonna have to get a new mat and change this color, because it just looked so much better on camera. It was just a way better build background. And this one's getting dirty and old, and I have actually glue all over it, so maybe time for an upgrade. In February of 2014, we did a house for a gentleman. I can't say anything more, but the house had to be a rush job. February of 2014. February of 2014. What houses were I working on in February of 2014? Just out of curiosity, Ricardo, what region of the world might you be in? You know, don't give me your street address or anything like that, but... You have my brain firing now. What was was I building in February of 2014? I think in February of 2014, that might have been one of my brief hiatus from construction, where I was actually, of all things, building aquaponic system, which is why I have an aquaponic system in my backyard. We did an all-nighter just trying to finish that house. Huh. Texas. Ah. Ah. I have some very good friends in Texas. There's a gentleman there that's actually kind of a mentor to me. Actually taught me aquaponics. I have considered actually moving to Texas a few times. My family was originally from there. Well, half of them. The other half was Pennsylvania. If we're thinking long term. Did I? I have pulled a few all-nighters on a few houses. I know that. I can relate to that feeling for sure. What's funny is you say that, now I'm scouring my brain trying to remember all those old all-nighters. They would be few and far between and for different reasons. And I'm like sitting here going through the files in my head. I did a house in Colorado where we did a lot of all-nighters. That day we finished a house early and then our boss showed up with plans for that house. Unfortunately, it was then my ex-girlfriend's birthday. She was not happy. Oh, been there, done that too, Ricardo. Totally been there, done that. I feel your pain, brother. Completely. Am I backwards? It goes this way. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I feel like I knocked back part out, though. No, that's not it. Maybe I'm going backwards with this. Maybe this is supposed to be this way. Can't go that way. What happens if I'm not sure what this is supposed to clip to. This is one of those parts where I'm going to sit here and mess with this for like 5 minutes before I figure it out. Anybody know? Anybody got any pointers? This is another one of those. I hate that I have to do this. Okay. It's those notches I'm slipping into. Oh, I see. So, I'll share this with you guys. I'm looking at all these notches here, and it's really, I don't think I can get close enough for you guys to see that, but it's really, maybe I can. there on the edge. See it? See it right there? Anyhow. That may have been more trouble than it was worth. Sorry. Messing up the visuals. Okay, so that doesn't sit on the middle part. That just sits in the outside part. That is how it goes. You could drink sake out of that. I don't know if that other one snapped like that. Yeah, it did. Man, I'm gonna have to get some batteries before I finish those shield arms. I need to remember to do that. A few accidents that night, but we had a big paycheck from that gentleman. Yeah, I've had a few nights like that. Oh, ooh. Did I just put that in from the wrong side? I think I did. I hope I didn't break that. I feel like I might have broken the fins. I'm getting clumsy. You did not mount. There we go. Are the others snappy? Yeah, you know, the last all-nighter job I pulled was a couple years back, not too terribly long ago, but I don't know if you've ever been in a Zupa's Cafe, but I did one of those, and they basically pull up to the building with a semi full of restaurant equipment, and in 3 days it's a Zupa's. You know, all the stub outs and stuff are done. But yeah, and I did, if you've ever been in one, it's basically I ran through the building putting in all the glass and stainless steel base and trim and wainscoting panels. Wish I could stay, but unfortunately it's midnight and I have a job, a job site at 6. You are all good, Ricardo. Thank you for hanging out for so long, man. I appreciate it. You've made it fun. It's nice to chat. I enjoy it. So, I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. For reals. Don't work too hard. Stay safe. Don't have any accidents. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. I hope you come hang out again tomorrow. I'll be building still. I did that one. So you're supposed to put them in through this way. I kind of feel like I'm seating them all in like a different position, like some are further in than others. Not so sure, but... Oh, don't you run away. Desk diving is what I like to do. Telling you, I think I should record that. Why didn't you stay? I think I pushed this in too far, not far enough. Stay. There we go. That snapped that time. I felt it. There's a snap. Wow, it's 11:05 already. No, I don't want to push you all the way through. Though I do wonder if it is supposed to sit lower. I don't think I have a single one of them that's like identical to the other. Which one is it? I think I picked up all 7 of them before I found the 8th. Is that supposed to have a pitch to it? Do the others? No, you didn't go in. Oh, I don't want to do this. Come on. Let go. Let go. Thank you. Are the notches different? No, they're identical. There. No, still didn't go all the way. Okay, maybe I just pushed it too far there. I hope I'm not breaking it when I hope that snap is not like something snapping. I feel like it might be. Hopefully that's good. Oh man, so these aren't particle beams. Oh yeah, they are. Okay. These go on the back. Is that all right view for you guys? Zoom in, zoom out. Do tell. Nice. They do have quite a bit of pivot to them. Far more than I was looking at. Gonna get light bleed through that though. Oh, why? Better? That's a better. No! Oh, dude, it's the same one. This is the same one I was just messing with. Why is this not going? What have I done different with this that I didn't do with the others? That's seated. It doesn't want to go in even. Now it's even. And then I try to throw it on the ground. Stay. Grrr. My daughter says that's dinosaur for I love you. I haven't met a lot of Tyrannosaurus Rex, so I don't know for sure. That's what she tells me. This is driving me crazy. It's got to be something with this. I almost think this is supposed to push in further. Oh. That was different, although I just wood? Did I just get wood on that, or did I scuff it? Okay, little chunk of wood. Alright. I push this way. Hey! Still not even. Alright, let's try something different. This way. No, that didn't work. There. Yeah, every time I tried to push on it with this, I'd pull the vernier off the ring. Is this the one that lights? No. We got one more, and then I'll figure out which one it is. I actually think it's this one. Ooh. Oh. Okay. All right. Now, which one do you light up? Ah, it's this one. That is so weak, though. Hold on. This is my fault for not having batteries, but maybe we can see it. Yeah. I will have some batteries tomorrow, I promise. Time is it? 11:11. Everybody make a wish. Oh, I haven't done the grappler yet? Alright, we're building the grappler. I'm gonna step out for just a second and grab a little water, because this room is getting warm. I'll be right back. Here. Something at least to look at while I'm gone. I won't put my silly start screen on. I'll be right back though. I'm just gonna grab some water real quick. I mean, and I'm back. I actually already said that, but I had it muted. Sorry. Alright, let me get this girl out of the way. She's big. I'm still kind of amazed with how much desk space this thing takes up. Truly. Hey, focus. What's your problem? What is going on? That's better. Are these empty? Yes, they are. We don't need empty runners. There's that stick I was looking for earlier. I'll put him back with his stick family. Alright, B. Oh, and this clears this runner out. We're making progress. I'll be able to paint something soon. I really have been dying to get back in the booth. I just didn't want to start getting a bunch of paints out to do a candy paint job with this thing out. And arguably, I maybe should have done a less ambitious kit to start with, but I was kind of excited about it. Still am. Yeah, empty runner. Empty runner. I'm looking at the wrong screen. That's better. Empty runner. Those coated ones I may actually keep. I feel like some of these would be good for piston parts later. Just as is. I'm actually really curious to see how some of the pistons on this hold up in time if the coatings come off or not. I feel like they're relatively durable. I mean, truly. I missed one. You're not empty yet. Quit moving the desk mat. Don't knock the mech over. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've actually heard most of these tracks so many times now from the multiple streams that I'm starting to write lyrics to them in my head. I don't know if this needs to be done, but I would hate for it to be in the way of something. Hopefully it's not seen. It's a reasonably easy color to touch up, I think. Oh, there's one on the side too. Oh, I didn't bring my phone back in with me? Why did I do that? 03, 11, and 4 in W25. Let's do the 03s first. They're a bigger part. If I do the Ws first, I might lose them. What did I do with 03? I know he's here somewhere. There he is. There's 03. Okay. Why is there only... Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I'm supposed to do this 4 times. Am I missing 03 runners? I am confused. Alright. Let's just cut. Let's see where we end up. Oh, that's right. There's 8 of them. My brain's starting to shut down. Maybe I should have made coffee instead of hot chocolate. Yes. When did you send that? You'll have to forgive me. I'm just looking at something real quick. Oh, that was a long time ago. Okay. We're good. We are good. I just had a thought for tomorrow's poll, which made me think I should check and see who's winning our poll. Last time I checked, it was tied for Armoro. And Ricardo said I should have added Dazzle to the list. And I have to agree with that statement. Oh man. We're tied. Props to whoever voted for Xeon Daikun. That was kind of loaded because I couldn't remember Zabi or Dazzle at the time. Otherwise, I probably would have put Dazzle in there. Ricardo had a good point. Dazzle did care about his men. Oh, don't cut the peg. What are you thinking? Can't tell if I hear my dog barking or not. I don't think I am. Alright. Quick file on these bad boys. Put them in. I missed one. Two more to go. This is actually, I think, one of the coolest features about this kit is this little grappling arm. And I can't remember ever seeing it in the anime, but I'm pretty sure the high grade has it. And most of the third-party versions of it I've seen have it. I can't remember ever seeing it in the anime. Was it? And I missed it? Alright. Alright. Zoom out a little. Try to bring it in a little for those clipping shots and then take it back out for the assembly. Otherwise the camera gets all angry. Alright. So, you go... thusly? I believe. That's gonna look sick when backwashed. This is gonna be so much to paint, but I am so looking forward to it. Like, I just feel like there's so much to be brought out of it. kind of hiding here. Like, it's already impressive, but and strangely, I don't think it's going to make it too busy. I think it's going to actually help with the part separation. We'll see. Probably going to take me forever to paint it, though. All right. W25. Oh, it's this little guy. Yeah, I think kind of looking like all of these runners are going to be totally empty by the time the frame's done. Which is cool. That means the only thing left is the parts in the box, and I'm not doing those quite yet. But I don't think I'm going to have too many I'll have to save. And if I do, it'll be so few, I think I can trim them off and at least get rid of the runners, make some space. Make some space. Oh, sorry, I smacked the mic. That was not a mic drop. That was me being clumsy. I'm quite good at that. I really do feel like I've like flown through this as a build. This is weird for me. Usually something like this would take me months. Am I backwards? I am backwards. I thought that felt backwards. Arrgh. Gumming it up. I don't know, maybe that's all in my head. Anybody use DSBA's sirens? I feel like if you go the wrong way with it, it just tortures. Like if you flip it over 90 degrees, 180 degrees, I guess it would be. It's like taking sandpaper to the part instead of a glass file. There's a weird friction. Where's the other one? There you are. You are not a filer, you are a cutter. What the hell? I think I thought I cut it, and it was just a piece of garbage falling off of the nippers. It's all illusion. All right. So which way do you go? Does it matter? Doesn't appear to. Oh. I don't feel like it went all the way. There. You gotta give it a wiggle. Actually, really stiff. Really stiff. I think that was was a pretty good way of doing that, by sticking this in here first. I feel like I would have fought with alignment the other way around. Oh, there is a direction to that. Hold on. Okay, you go this way. I think it's backwards. It is. Oh, gentle, gentle, gentle. Want to be this way. All right, now. Oh, I think I just turned it around the wrong way. They have it this way. With the notch side up. Let me make sure. I should have gone with my first instinct. That goes back to, if you're second guessing yourself, your first instinct's usually right. So I've been told. And it actually has been true in a lot of instances. Come on, get in there, gentle. Don't break peg. I have to figure it out again. When you flip that way, that end goes up. Glad I caught that on the first one. I almost didn't. Okay. That's more right. Yeah, actually I'm really glad I caught that on the first one. Oh no, I've lost one. Nope, it's right here. So, hold on. That one's right. Okay, let's put you together. Well, I guess I caught it on the second one, if I'm being honest. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I may have to strike this track from the playlist. I think I've heard it too many times. Definitely need to grow the playlist. Where's the other one? All right. Yay. All right, I gotta stand up for a second. My booty numb. All right. That's much better. Oh, that's part of the problem. I lost my chair cushion. Oh, that's much better. Ah, that feels nice. Okay. See here, what we got going on? 2, and 4. 0, 3, 2. All right. Where are you, Y? No, I need 03. What does Y look like? It's been a minute since I've picked up the Y runners. I don't know where I put them. That's J. That's turning into a mess very quickly. Oh, there we go. Okay, stay. I don't remember what runner is Y, and I'm having a real hard time finding it. I do know it exists. There it is. Okay. So 3, 2, and 4. It's funny, I look at that and I'm really hoping that is a part for the grappling arms. And I didn't just forget to put it on the arms. I only see 2 of them. That's suspect. Oh, sure. Alright, let's press on. If I did, we're not doing anything about it right now. Oh. No? I guess it could be part of the armor. I may have to backtrack in the instructions and check that out. I feel like I skipped that, and that should be on the arms somewhere. I almost cut that. I wanted to. Oh. One of those. Oh, it came out. Okay. Three, 2, and 4. I have to have another Y runner here. This isn't enough parts. There's another one. Which means this probably is for the shield arms. Now, if they could give us fingers like this for the grappling arm, why not for the hands? Is that all of them? Okay, I think so. Where's this other Y runner? Oh, this is bothering me. I have to have it hiding in here somewhere. Let go. Go there. Why am I missing a runner? Those are P1. Was this something I have never done? Maybe I put it in the done pile. This is totally new. Ah. Put it in the finished pile. All right. We're going to do that one a little different on this one. I really think I can get the right angle on that. I do this. Don't go flying. Don't scratch my paint either, buddy. Almost there. All right, give those some quick filings. I still haven't found the little cap I lost for the arm. It is floating around here in this room somewhere. Oh, come on. I can't even see it. There you are. I don't think these will be in the way, but I guess I'll hit them anyway. They're small. I can keep track of them as they do it. Oh yeah, I like it. There's a little gate under there, isn't there? Is there? I can't tell. I think I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll address that more at the paint stage. Oh, I didn't do 4. Yeah, I did. 4 is this guy. Okay. Let's make a grappling hook. Well, I guess it's a grappling arm. A pincer. I suppose I could zoom in on that for you guys. This is a small enough part. I think I can do that. Give you a better view. There we go. Oh, hold on. This way. It's funny, I almost thought they would have put another pivot on it so it could, you know. You know. There we go. Yeah, that'll be easier to sand once. Hold on, I might be able to hit that now. I'll take a blade to that. I'm not going to mess with that too much at the moment. Oh yeah. All right. I feel like I've skipped something. Oh, the O3s. I did. I guess that was kind of better anyway that I waited. Would have been a lot of parts to sift through. We're going to have to file that. Where are you? There you are. Wow, it's right here. File's getting gunky again. Come on, file. That's probably a horrible impression. I think I got that one. Got that one. Ah, haven't got that one. Kind of got a little rough with that one. Little rough. Oh, where's he? Did I flip it? Yeah, this side. That side. Oh. You. Let's not do that. I already see it resisting. Oh, there's supposed to be a little notch there. Hold on. Glad I didn't go to town on that. That way it doesn't come out. Makes more sense. Did I make it go away completely? Nope. I'm wondering if anybody's made metal etched parts for this yet. If not, I have a set of circle parts and some of the few other odds and ends that I may see where they fit. Though I need to check out the foil stickers. It actually seems like it's a pretty thick sheet. You know how some of the foils are more like sticky metal etched parts? These might be them. All right. Now, what am I missing? Oh, wait. Okay, this makes no sense. Oh, the W2 part. Okay, now it makes more sense. You can tell my brain's shutting off slowly. Now it makes more sense. We need some of these guys. These ones to be exact. I think I've almost used up these nippers to the point where it might be time for a new one. They just don't seem like they cut quite as clean as they used to. I mean, they still do pretty good. Do they dull? Anybody had a pair of nippers that was just, you know, too many hours on them? I'm not really trying to make my avatar twitch to the jam, but I think it is naturally. I can't help but look at it sometimes and just laugh. Technology's great. Scary, but great. I'm liking these empty runners. Starting to like where this is heading. Heading to completion. Oh, I think I might have waken up the lady. I don't think I'm being loud. Am I being loud? I think I'm using my inside voice. I'm almost wondering if I should file these after the fact, when the parts are joined together. There? Yeah. No, there was another one. Done. Not done. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't cut 2 of them. I do think this is the last and final step of the shields, though. After that, it's the arms to hold the shields, and I think that's the end of the frame. Pretty sure. I'm tempted to do the base, just to kind of protect it until I can get everything painted, but I'm a little afraid to get it out just for the sake that it's going to take me a minute, and thing's going to collect a pile of dust until I get it painted. And I am definitely painting the base. I just feel like there's something about, like, a base, you know, it can disappear or it can kind of accent everything, and in this case I feel like it's an excellent accent to the model. We're almost there. We are almost there. Well, I did all those. Okay, so what are they telling me to do? Let's lay these out. I think it's this one I want. And you go like this. This here feels like super thin. Super, super thin. Like, would not take much to break. And then this. Nothing goes here? Oh, this one goes there. And it does go that way, right? I have to. Sorry, don't make fun. Someday you'll be blind too. That's backwards. It goes this way. Yeah, that makes more sense. They totally have it that way. There really has been a few parts of this model kit that have made me seriously question my brain power. Got the grappler on the way. Okay. Okay. They went together. And then... Ooh, that's thin. That's very thin. There's no reinforcement part for that, huh? Well, that firmed it up once you get it seated. It's still thin. That makes me nervous. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. Here I am playing with it. I'm supposed to be building with. Is that supposed to maybe go the other way? I'm actually lost. I don't think that's right. Oh. Maybe you turn it sideways. That's okay. Phew. I was afraid I was gonna have to sit here and stare at this for like hours. And then it goes right here. All right. Don't do that. Really? You're not getting away from the Kshatriya. She's got claws. Yeah, all right. Almost there. Now that I know how it goes together, I won't have to sit there and mess with it for 20 minutes. Yeah, you just gotta turn the claw sideways, or it does not go. You go this way. Well, sadly, oh, come on. Yay. That was a much firmer snap than that other one. Maybe I don't have that in all the way. Nah, it's there. It's there. Funny, I'm wondering when I put the armor on if that's gonna look so chunky. Looks a little beefy. All right. Almost there. I will say, it's been a good night. Oh no, what did I just do? You're backwards. You don't go that way. You go the other way. Come on, come off nice. Ah, you go this way. There we go. That's better. There we go. If you know, you know. I'm seriously turning that into a thing. There we go. The Gunpla thing. That's how you know you got that part fitted. And I realized after watching a stream last night, I am not the only one. And as I said before, oh, this might be premature. Why are you not going? Why are you fighting with me? What's going on here? Something's not right. Okay, maybe that was it. Dog's barking. Quiet, dog. You'll wake the neighbors up. You'll wake mom up. She'll be angry. We don't want that. Am I going... Is this one backwards too? It is. Twice in a row. I'm mad at myself now. Now I gotta get it back off of here again. Grrr. I need to get a little dinosaur to pop up every time I say grrr. All right. There we go. I didn't even do it on purpose that time. There's actually a little bit of a snap to that. Nope. Yep. All well seated. This up here still needs... Oh. Webcam's gone. My apologies. Anyway. Well, as much as I'd love to show you guys this in all its glory, completed, with the shields attached, I mean, we're starting to get an idea, you know? Maybe something like that. Guess we could do this and put some tanks on and call it the repair. Anyway, on that note, I am getting tired, and I do have to wake up in the morning. And I'll probably stream sometime mid-morning too. Hoping to knock this thing out, and again, get going on the bear. I really want to get that sucker painted. Kind of excited to paint something. I'm out of focus. But we do have all 4 shields done. You know, I guess I could do that. Just to give you both views. Yeah, that's nice. Zoom in on it for you. It really is an impressive kit. On that note, thank you for everybody who stopped in tonight. I very, very much appreciate it. It's been a fun build. I'm glad I'm able to share it with you, and it really makes it much more pleasant. Everybody kind of hanging out. So it's nice to know there's so many people out there that do build. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you have been hanging out, and by chance you may not be subbed to the channel, I would love it if you would sub. You'll know when I'm on, and you'll know when I post any of my videos. They're usually a little bit more edited. And, you know, you'll be able to catch the stuff that I do. I also like to hear from you guys. Feel free to leave comments on everything. Leave some notes in the chat when I leave if you'd like to see anything, or know something, or you want me to change the music. On that note, you guys have a wonderful evening. Oh, hold on. Let's see who won the poll. It's a draw. I guess they all should have lived. I should screenshot that. Nah. It'd take too long. Total draw. Maybe I'll make tomorrow's poll what kind of music you guys would like to hear. Anyway, nothing but love for you guys. Thanks for stopping in again. Have a wonderful